morning. In the last lecture, we seen that theorem. Okay, let psi be an isomorphism of field F onto a field F dash, such that the mapping with psi of alpha is equal to alpha dash, for all alpha belongs to F. Okay, so then there is an isomorphism psi star on the ring of polynomial f of x onto f dash of t, such that psi star of alpha is equal to psi of alpha is equal to alpha dash for all alpha belongs to F. Okay, look at it. This one is the alpha and this one is the alpha dash. So there is an isomorphism onto isomorphism on F to F dash with psi. Okay, now this f of x is extension of f. This f dash of t is extension of this f dash. Okay, so there is an isomorphism psi star. Okay, from f of x to f dash of t, and this psi star and psi are equal, both are equal on the elements of the field f. Okay, so today we will see one more theorem. Look at it. Statement: let psi be an isomorphism. Psi be an isomorphism of a field f onto field f dash. Okay, psi be an isomorphism of field f onto f dash. Okay, define the value. Define by psi of alpha is equal to alpha dash. Okay, for all alpha belongs to capital F. Okay, now for an arbitrary polynomial, for an arbitrary polynomial, okay, f of x, the polynomial alpha naught plus alpha 1x plus alpha 2x square plus up to for alpha n x raised to n. This is the polynomial belongs to capital F of x. This is the ring of polynomial. Okay, so let us define. Let us define this f dash of t. Okay, all the coefficients are for f dash, this field. Okay, and the variable is here t. Alpha naught dash plus alpha 1 dash t plus alpha 2 dash t square plus up to so on alpha n dash t raised to n. Okay, this is the polynomial belongs to f dash of t. Okay, now if f of x is irreducible polynomial, irreducible polynomial in capital F of x. Okay, so then prove that. Then the statement we have to prove. Then prove that there exists an isomorphism. There exists an isomorphism theta of capital F of x divided by ideal generated by this f of x onto capital F dash of t divided by ideal generated by f dash of t. Okay, such that theta of alpha is equal to psi of alpha is equal to alpha dash for all alpha belongs to F. Okay, look at this is the statement. Okay, let psi be an isomorphism on the field of a field F onto F dash defined by psi of alpha is equal to alpha dash for all alpha belongs to F. Okay, and f of x with the polynomial belongs to capital F of x and f dash of t. Okay, this is the polynomial where all the coefficients are belongs to f dash and the variable is t. Okay, now here the f of x is an irreducible polynomial in f of x. Okay, then prove that there exists a isomorphism theta such that theta of alpha is equal to psi of alpha is equal to alpha dash. Okay, so theta here, the isomorphism in between f of x divided by ideal generated by f of x on to f dash of t divided by ideal generated by f dash of t. Okay, by previous theorem, we know that. Okay, suppose f is the field. Okay, now this field is isomorphic to f star. But what is f star? F star is the subfield of what? E. Okay, and E is nothing but what? Capital F of x divided by ideal generated by that polynomial. Okay, irreducible polynomial. Okay, so here F is isomorphic to F dash. Okay, but F dash is what? The subfield of E. Okay, in the previous lecture we seen that this one. Okay, so by natural embedding, this E is an extension of what? The field F. Okay, but what is E? F of x divided by ideal generated by small f of x. Okay, that is irreducible polynomial. Okay, is it correct? In the last lecture we
Yes,
proved.
sir.
Okay, so there is an extension of f of E. There is an extension E of the field F. Okay, in which f of x has a root. Okay, so here the E is then extension of field F. Okay, पण एलिमेंट कसे असतील याचे डिफरंट असतील ह्यातले एलिमेंट आणि ह्यातले एलिमेंट हे वन टू वन करस्पॉन्डन्स असतील दिसायला जरी ते वेगळे असतील तरी कसे असतील सगळे प्रॉपर्टीज त्या इक्वल सॅटिस्फाईड होतील ओके नाव प्रूफ okay what we have to prove that what we have to get proof there is a mapping theta from f of x divided by ideal divided by this one f of x this polynomial okay theta is the mapping from f dash of t ideal generated by f dash of t. Okay, so by previous theorem we seen that suppose this is f, this one is the mapping psi from f to f dash. Okay, but here what? E is extension of that field. Okay, but what is E here? F of x divided by v. That is identified by this one. F of x. And here there is an extension E dash. That is equal to what? F dash of t divided by ideal generated by this polynomial. Okay, is it correct? And this and ह्याच्यावर काय भेटेल असेल तुमचा theta. Okay, and on the field F, this theta is equal to psi. This condition is theta of alpha is equal to alpha, psi of alpha is equal to alpha. That's for all alpha belongs to F. अर्थ समजलाय हे तुमचा?
Yes, sir.
Look at the proof. Here, how she does this. Let psi star be a function from f of x, the king of polynomial f of x into f dash of okay, be find the be find the psi star function. Okay, be find the by the formula psi star of for element का से तो polynomial f of x is equal to psi star of what is f of x? Alpha naught plus alpha 1 x up to so on alpha n x raised to n. Okay. By the definition of psi star by previous theorem, psi of alpha naught plus psi of alpha 1 t. Okay. Up to so on psi of alpha n is t raised to n. But what is psi of alpha naught from above, which is given to us? Okay. So this is alpha naught dash plus alpha 1 dash t plus up to so on alpha n dash t raised to n. So this is nothing but f dash of t. Okay. Second. Okay, आपण काय केले डिफाइन केले साई स्टार फंक्शन डिफाइन केले कुठून कुठे साई स्टार mapping from f of x to f dash of t. Okay. कसं असेल कसं साई स्टार ऑफ
हॅलो सर.
हां
सर तुमचा व्हॉइस खूप लो येतोय.
ओके
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
आता येतं व्यवस्थित हॅलो okay. Now, psi star is the mapping from f of x to f dash of t. Defined by psi star of f of x is equal to f dash of t. Okay, psi star is the mapping from f of x to f dash of t. Now, then by previous theorem, then by previous theorem. What is the previous theorem? There exists a mapping psi star from f of x to f dash of t such that this psi star is an isomorphism. Okay, so this psi star, this mapping is an isomorphism. Isomorphism of capital F of x onto f dash of t. Okay, by previous theorem. So let this f of x, okay, be the polynomial belongs to capital F of x. Okay, is irreducible polynomial. Okay, suppose this polynomial is an irreducible polynomial. Sorry. Irreducible polynomial. Okay, suppose this one is f of x belongs to capital F of x is an irreducible polynomial. Okay, okay. So what is psi star of f of x? This element belongs to what? Capital F dash of t. And psi star is an isomorphism. So this polynomial is also irreducible polynomial. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
isomorphism असेल तर सगळे properties तो satisfy करेल. But what is psi star of f of x? This implies f dash of t, okay, will be irreducible polynomial. Okay. Now let V be the ideal. generated by the polynomial f of x, and v dash is the ideal generated by the polynomial is f dash of t. Okay, let v is equal to f of x generated by f of x, and v dash is equal to ideal generated by f dash of t. V ideals generated by f of x and f dash of t respectively. Okay, now here the polynomial f of x and f dash of t both are what? Irreducible polynomial. So this implies both v and v dash are maximal ideal. Okay, want to say maximal ideal of f of x and f dash of t. Okay, in between this v and f of x, there does not exist any proper ideal. Okay, similarly, in between this v dash and capital F dash of t, there does not exist any proper ideal. Okay, so here the v and v dash are the maximal ideal. Since because f of x and f dash of t are irreducible. Okay, any doubt up to here?
No, sir.
Okay, now if v and v dash both are maximal ideals, okay, then f of x divided by v and f dash of t divided by v are the what? Field. Is it correct?
Field.
Okay. Hence, we can define the quotient field. Hence, f of x divided by v and f dash of t divided by v dash are what? Fields. Okay. Now, define the matrix from this field to this field. Okay. Let us define a mapping theta from f of x divided by v to f dash of t divided by v dash by theta of. Okay, what is the nature of element from the domain? V plus g of x, where g of x belongs to capital R. असं से ना element nature का domain से. Theta is the mapping from f of x divided by v to f dash of t divided by v dash. Okay, so theta of v plus g of x is equal to कसा डिफाइन केला है mapping v dash plus psi star of जेव्हा हा theta है g वर अप्लाय होतो तेव्हा काय होते psi star of g of x. Okay, so therefore theta of v plus g of x is equal to v dash plus what is psi star of g of x? G dash of t. Okay, for every g of x belongs to capital F of x. Is it correct? So this is the mapping theta. Okay, now we have to show that this theta is isomorphism. Okay, any doubts up to here?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Now in this step number one, we have to prove that play. This theta is well defined. Okay. This theta is well defined. What is the meaning of well defined?
If x1 equal to x2, then f of x1 equal to f of x2.
याचा अर्थ काय हे माहिती आहे बरं आणि याच्या उलट असेल तर आपण काय ते वन वन म्हणतो ना
Same element have same images.
येस हा समजा तुमचा दोन दिस वन इज फोर ओके सेम एलिमेंट असेल तर त्याला सेम इमेज आहे ओके याचाच अर्थ काय हेच काय एखाद्या एलिमेंटला युनिक इमेज येते हे आपण दाखवतो एखाद्या एलिमेंटला दोन इमेज येत नाही हे आपण सांगतोय ओके if theta is well defined what we have to show that every element from the domain have unique image in codomain okay जर युनिक इमेज नसेल जर युनिक इमेज नसेल तर तो दिलेला मॅपिंग इज नॉट फंक्शन okay function ची definition काय आहे the definition of function from the every element from the domain there is a unique image in codomain okay इथून
सर आवाज खूप कमी यायले
ओके एखादा फंक्शन आपण वेल डिफाइंड फंक्शन आहे म्हणजे काय प्रूव्ह करतोय की दिलेला मॅपिंग वेल डिफाइंड आहे दिलेला मॅपिंग जर वेल डिफाइंड दाखवतो आहे म्हणजे काय करतोय पण तो दिलेला मॅपिंग हा फंक्शन आहे हे आपण प्रूव्ह करतोय ओके व्हॉट इज द डेफिनेशन ऑफ फंक्शन एव्हरी एलिमेंट हॅव युनिक इमेज इन कोडोमेन ओके डोमेन मधला एलिमेंट हा या कोडोमेनला इथे असू शकतो पण ओके या एलिमेंटला इथे युनिकच इमेज आहे ओके दिस इज द मेन इवन फंक्शन पण फंक्शन हा कधीही वन मेनी नसतो ओके whenever we are going to prove that this theta is well defined that means we have to show that that mapping okay this mapping theta okay is a function okay फंक्शन आणि रिलेशन मध्ये फरक आहे माहिती आहे ना
Yes, sir.
x1 is equal to x2 if this implies f of x1 is equal to f of x2 याचाच अर्थ काय याचा निगेशन काय if
F of x1 not equal to f of x2 implies x1 not equal to x2.
व्हेरी गुड ओके म्हणजे डिफरंट इमेजेस हॅव डिफरंट हे काय म्हणतात त्याला प्री इमेज असायला ओके इथे जर दोन एलिमेंट तुमचे इक्वल नसतील ओके तिथे काय असायला हवे x1 आणि x1 हे त्याला मॅप करणारे इमेज हे इक्वल नसायला हवे ओके एनी डाऊट ऑफ हिअर
No, sir.
ओके एखादा फंक्शन हा एखादा मॅपिंग हा वेल डिफाइंड दाखवतो याचाच अर्थ काय तो दिलेला मॅपिंग आपण फंक्शन आहे की नाही हे सांगतोय ओके तो मेनी वन हा नाहीये सॉरी वन मेनी हा नाहीये वन मेनी हा फंक्शन होत नसतो now we have to prove that here this function this mapping is a well defined okay not function this mapping theta is well defined now let g of x and h of x these are the two elements from the domain okay this implies v plus g of x and v plus h of x belongs to capital F of x divided by ideal generated by v okay these are the two elements from the domain now consider v plus g of x is equal to v plus h of x okay if suppose the both elements are equal so this implies v plus g of x minus h of x is equal to what
0.
That
V.
is zero element of V. Okay. शिकलाय का नाही कधी A into B आहे ना इथे मायनस येईल इथे hang झालं. Okay, and suppose it is V plus G of X plus minus H of X is equal to V. Okay, so this implies H plus A is equal to H. This implies A belongs to H, na? So this is G of X minus H of X. This element belongs to V. But what is V? Ideal generated by F of X. Okay, ideal generated by F of X. Is it correct? A plus H is equal to H. This implies A belongs to H. Okay? Implies that implied. Similarly here, G of X minus H of X belongs to V. And what is V? V is ideal generated by F of X. If this is the element from V, so what is the nature of that element? G of X minus H of X is equal to, suppose this one is K of X into F of X for some K of X belongs to capital F of X. Okay, so this implies, take the psi star image on both sides. Psi star of G of X minus H of X is equal to psi star K of X into F of X. Okay, but psi star is no what? Isomorphism. Okay, psi star of G of X minus psi star of H of X is equal to psi star of, this is K of X into psi star of F of X. Okay, is it correct? Since
Yes, sir.
psi star is an isomorphism. Okay, so this implies what is the psi star of Gx? G dash t minus H dash t is equal to K dash of t into F dash of t. Okay, so this implies G dash of t minus H dash of t. This element belongs to what? V dash, which is generated by F dash of t. Okay, so this implies, wait a minute, this implies G dash of t. Okay, so V plus G dash of t is equal to, sorry, V dash plus G dash of t is equal to V dash plus H dash of t. Okay, but what is the V dash plus T dash of t? By the definition of theta is theta of V plus G of X. Okay, which is equal to theta of V plus H of X. Okay, by the definition of theta. Look at here. Okay, any doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir.
इथे काय रिझन येईल तुमचा? If A plus H belong, wait a minute. A belongs to H, then A plus H is equal to H. Okay, इथे काय तुमचा A minus B, this element belongs to H, then A minus B plus H is equal to H. So this implies what? A plus H, हा तिकडे गेल्यानंतर काय होईल? B plus H. Okay, this one. Okay, the cosets पहा नीट, coset definitions, त्यांचे operations. So here the theta, thus the mapping theta is well defined. Any doubt up to here?
No, sir.
Now, in the second step, we have to show that theta is 1 1. Okay, wait a minute. In the second step, claim 2. Now, show that theta is 1 1. Let g of x and h of x, these are the two polynomials belongs to capital F of x. Okay, then what is the procedure? To the mapping is 1 1. F of x1 is equal to f of x2. This implies x1 is equal to x2. Okay, now take the mapping of the two elements. Is are equal to v plus g of x is equal to theta of v plus h of x. ओके ह्याचे सगळे दिवस स्टेप होईल सगळे आता उलट जाईल ह्याच्यावर इम्प्लाइज आणि इम्प्लाइड केलं तरी चालेल ओके these two mappings are equal. What is the theta mapping? V dash plus g dash of t is equal to v dash plus h dash of t by the definition of theta. This means g dash of t minus h dash of t. Okay, this is the element from the v dash which is equal to ideal generated by f dash of t. Okay, so this implies g dash of t minus h dash of t is equal to okay k dash of t into f dash of t for some okay. Okay, is it correct? Now this implies hello आवाज येतोय ना ऐकू
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
so this implies psi star of g of x minus psi star of h of x is equal to psi star of k of x into psi star of f of x. But psi star is an isomorphism. Okay, so we can write common psi star of g of x minus h of x is equal to psi star of k of x into f of x. Okay. Why? Psi star is isomorphism. Okay, this is the reason. So this implies g of x minus h of x is equal to k of x into f of x. What is the reason? Okay, psi star is 1 1. So this implies g of x minus h of x belongs to what?
B.
Which is equal to f of x, ideal generated by f of x. So this implies v plus g of x is equal to v plus h of x. This implies theta is 1 1. Okay, any doubt?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
We have to show that theta is onto. Okay, what is the procedure to prove the ontoness? Since the mapping psi star is onto, okay, every element of codomain, there is a pre-image in domain. Okay, what is the onto function? Range is equal to codomain. Okay, claim number third. theta is onto. Okay, claim म्हणजे काय ते आपल्याला प्रूव्ह करायचं आहे. That is to have to prove that. Okay, since the mapping, since the mapping psi star is onto. Okay, therefore corresponding to any polynomial. Psi star कुठे आहे तुमचा? Psi star is the mapping from ring of polynomial f of x to f dash of t. इथून इथे आहे. Okay. But psi star is what? Onto. That means every element of this codomain there is a pre-image in domain. Okay. So corresponding to the any polynomial g dash of t. Okay. In capital F dash of t, we have a polynomial g of x belongs to capital F of x, that is the polynomial, such that psi star of g of x is equal to t dash of t. Okay, because psi star is onto and psi star is the mapping from f of x to f dash of t. Okay, hence for every polynomial for from f dash of t, we get the image in f of x. Okay, which satisfies this one. Psi star of g of x is equal to g dash of t. Okay, any doubt?
No,
Any doubt
sir.
up to here? Wait a minute. Okay, any doubt up to here?
No, sir.
Okay, hence आपल्याला एखादा पॉलिनॉमियल मिळालाय कुठे जी डॅश ऑफ टी एक पॉलिनॉमियल मिळालाय जो साय स्टार ऑफ सॉरी जी ऑफ एक्स हा असा पॉलिनॉमियल मिळालाय जो साय स्टार ऑफ जी ऑफ एक्स इज इक्वल टू जी डॅश ऑफ टी असेल. ओके, हेन्स व्ही डॅश प्लस जी डॅश ऑफ टी. Okay, this is the polynomial from the codomain of theta. Okay, f dash of t divided by v. This implies there exists v plus या g साठी कोणता पॉलिनॉमियल मिळाला? g of x. g of x. This is the polynomial belongs to capital F of x divided by v, such that theta of v plus g of x is equal to v dash plus g dash of t. Okay, so which is equal to v dash plus psi star of g of x. Okay, thus theta is onto. Any doubt up to here? ओके, थीटा ऑन टू दाखवण्यासाठी आपण काय केलंय, कोणाचा उपयोग घेतलाय, वापर मदत घेतलाय की या साय स्टारचा. ओके, सिन्स साय स्टार इज ऑन टू, हेन्स फॉर एव्हरी एलिमेंट फ्रॉम द कोडोमेन, ओके, वी गेट प्री इमेज इन डोमेन. आपल्याला हा जी एफ एक्स मिळाला. ओके, हेन्स फॉर एव्हरी एलिमेंट ऑफ द कोडोमेन ऑफ थीटा. हां, तर इथे थीटाचा कोडोमेन कोण आहे? दिस वन इज द कोडोमेन ऑफ थीटा. Okay, v dash plus t dash of t, any arbitrary element from the codomain, we get the element in domain. Hence, theta is onto. Okay, any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, now in the claim number 4, we have to prove that theta preserves addition and multiplication. Okay, येईल prove करता. Okay, easy. Claim number 4, theta preserves addition and multiplication. Okay, now let's take any two element from the domain. G of x, h of x belongs to capital F of x. Okay, now consider theta of v plus g of x. Okay, this one is one element of the domain v plus h of x. V plus g of x and v plus h of x. Okay, we have to show that this theta is the addition. So this is equal by the definition of addition of these two elements. What we have, this theta is equal to v plus g of x and h of x. Okay, so this implies by the definition of theta, this is v dash plus psi star g of x plus h of x. But what is psi star? Psi star is an isomorphism. ओके, जिथं जिथं थीटा आपण प्रूव्ह करतोय तिथे आपण साय स्टारचा यूज करतोय. ओके, कळतंय का लक्षात? So here v dash plus psi star is an isomorphism. That means psi star preserves the addition. So here we get psi star gx plus psi star of hx. Okay, this implies v dash plus this one is g dash of t by the definition of psi star. This is h dash of t. Any doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir.
You can give the reason, which is equal to. So we can write v dash plus g dash of t. Okay. आता तुमचा कोडोमेनचा काय झिरो एलिमेंट. v dash plus h dash of t. Okay, so this is equal to theta of v plus g of x plus theta of v plus h of x. Okay, so hence theta of v plus gx plus v plus hx is equal to theta of v plus gx plus theta of v plus hx. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
Now we have to show that theta preserves the multiplication. Again, consider theta of येईल प्रूव करता ट्राई करें v plus g of x into v plus h of x. सगळं मेकॅनिकल पार्ट आहे, काहीच नाही याच्यात. आता काय करणार मी, यूज थीटा v plus gx into hx. Okay. Whenever I am going to apply theta, we use psi star. Okay, by the definition of theta, we have this one is v dash plus psi star of g of x and h of x. But what is psi star? Psi star is an
Isomorphism.
isomorphism. That means it preserves the multiplication. So here we get v dash plus this one is g dash of t into h dash of t. Okay. Psi star preserves multiplication. What is the isomorphism? It preserves addition. Okay. Preserves addition. Here psi star preserves multiplication. Okay, so this is equal to v dash plus g dash of t. Okay, into v dash plus h dash of t. By the definition of theta, this one is theta of v plus g of x into theta of v plus h of x. Okay, so hence this implies theta of v plus gx into v plus hx is equal to theta of v plus gx into theta of v plus hx. Okay, thus theta is an isomorphism of f of x divided by p onto, okay, not into, onto f dash of continuous अपन prove करेंगे, okay, divided by v dash. Okay, any doubt up to here?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, now the last condition we have to show that this one. Which one? Theta of alpha is equal to alpha, psi of alpha is equal to alpha dash. Okay, for all alpha belongs to V. Whenever this theta is applying for the any element of alpha, it behaves like say psi. Okay, look at here. Right on into bracket. We know that f can be embedded in the field f of x, okay, that is E by previous theorem, by identifying कसा असेल तो element, by identifying the element alpha belongs to f. जर असेल हा 1 1 correspondence कोणाला असेल, this element alpha belongs to f is 1 1 correspondence with v plus alpha in capital F of x divided by v. Okay. काय शिकलो मागं? F is isomorphic to F star. But is F star is what? Isomorphic subset of E. Okay, hence EF is the subfield of E and E is nothing but what? F of x divided by V. Okay, म्हणजे हा F indirectly कोणामध्ये कंटेंट असेल? याच्यामध्ये कंटेंट असेल. पण याच्यातला नेचर ऑफ एलिमेंट अल्फा असेल तर याच्यातला नेचर ऑफ एलिमेंट कसा असेल? 1 1 correspondence with V plus अल्फा. तेच सांगितले. Okay. Now, similarly, we consider f dash can be embedded. Okay, जर f हा ह्याच्यामध्ये embedded असेल तर f dash कोणामध्ये असेल? f dash of t upon v dash. Okay, so f dash can be embedded in f dash of t divided by v dash. Okay, that is this alpha dash. I have f dash मधला element. This 1 1 correspondence with v dash plus alpha dash. Okay. Now, hence, for any alpha belongs to capital F, we have psi star of alpha is equal to, we can write this psi star into psi star of alpha into x raised to 0. Okay, by the definition of psi star, this is nothing but psi of alpha into t raised to 0. Okay, what is psi of alpha is? Psi is the mapping from kind f to f dash. Okay, so this is the psi of alpha. T raised to 0 is 1, and psi of alpha is psi dash. Okay, and theta of alpha is equal to theta of the one correspondence alpha. आता alpha तुमचा काय alpha theta is the mapping from इथून इथपर्यंत आहे ना. Okay, so here the alpha is one correspondence with v plus alpha. Okay, हा दिसायला जरी असा अल्फा असेल तर आपल्याला हा काय थीटा ह्याच्यावर आहे मॅपिंग. Okay, so any element from the domain, nature of element v plus alpha. Okay, so theta of alpha is equal to theta of v plus alpha is equal to, by the definition of theta, this one is v dash plus psi star of alpha. Okay, this is nothing but v dash plus psi of alpha. This implies v dash plus alpha dash, but this element is one correspondence to
Alpha dash.
alpha dash. Okay, since alpha is identified with p plus alpha, okay, and alpha dash is identified with v dash plus alpha dash. Okay, hence we get okay, हा कसा आला, हा पण alpha dash, this one is alpha dash, this one is also alpha dash. Okay, hence we get theta of alpha is equal to psi of alpha is equal to alpha dash. Okay, for all alpha belongs to f. Okay, any doubt up to here?
No, sir.
ओके, आता पुन्हा एकदा नीट लक्षात ठेवा कोणता मॅपिंग कशावर आहे. हा साय हा मॅपिंग कोणावर आहे, एफ टू
F to F dash.
ओके, इथेच गोळ करतो. साय स्टार कोणावर आहे मॅपिंग,
F of x to F dash of t.
एफ डॅश ऑफ टी. ओके ओके, फर्स्ट थेरममध्ये काय केलं आपण, हा याचा एक्सटेन्शन आहे म्हणून दाखवलं, आणि ओके कंटिन्युएशन ऑफ आयसोमॉर्फिझम. साय स्टार इज अ कंटिन्युएशन आयसोमॉर्फिझम ऑफ साय. Okay, and now theta is the mapping from of x upon v to f dash of t divided by v dash. Okay, here v is equal to ideal generated by f of x, and v dash is an ideal generated by f dash of t. Okay, and in this theorem we proved that this field, okay, is an extension of this f, and this field is an extension of what, f dash. Okay, suppose that आपण now e dash and e जर दिला, okay, by the using psi star. Okay, whenever this psi star and theta is applied on the element of f, okay, त्याच्या सबफिल्ड वर अप्लाय करू आपण, तो कशासारखा ऍक्ट करतोय, साय सारखा ऍक्ट. ओके, एनी डाऊट?
No, sir.
काही अडचण कुठे समजलं नाही, काही नाही, एक दोन तीनदा तुम्हाला रिपीट करावं लागेल म्हणजेच समजेल. ओके, मोठमोठे तिला माहिती 4 ते 5 पानाचा एक प्रूफ आहे. जर परीक्षा जर ऑफलाईन झाली तर हे सगळं लिहावं लागेल तुम्हाला 14 मार्कांसाठी. ओके ओके, वन मोर थेरम इज देअर. नेक्स्ट थर्ड थेरम, अजून एक थेरम आहे त्यासारखं. If v is the root of f of x and w is the root of f dash of t. Okay, पुढचा थेरम कसा आहे, समजा दोन पॉलिनॉमियल आहे, f of x and this one is the f dash of t. Okay, all the coefficients are belongs to capital F and all the coefficients are belongs to from this polynomial is capital F dash. Okay, if v is the root of this polynomial and w is the root of this polynomial, okay, so there exists an isomorphism sigma from adjoint this root to that field, okay, to f dash of w. ओके, हा जो रूट आहे तो आपल्याला कशाला ॲडजॉईन करायचा आहे, या एफ डॅशला. आणि हा रूट ह्या. सो देर एक्झिस्ट अन आयसोमॉर्फिझम सिग्मा फ्रॉम एफ ऑफ व्ही टू एफ डॅश ऑफ डब्ल्यू. ओके, हा फील्ड आहे बरं का, नॉट रिंग ऑफ पॉलिनॉमियल, स्क्वेअर सर्क्युलर ब्रॅकेट आहे. ओके, this theorem we will do in the next lecture. Okay, for today it is sufficient now. You can leave now. Thank you for the attending. Okay, thank you.